KHOU 11 News This Morning starts now.
And good morning, I'm Lisa Hernandez. Thanks for joining us on a Thursday. It is January 25th.
6:30 is our time. I'm Russ Lewis. Let's get started right away with a look at our forecast this morning. It is a cold start to our Thursday, Cheetah.
It is. You need those big coats this morning. You know, those big jackets. We are starting off with a few high clouds. Temperatures pretty much widespread in the 30s. We still have that north wind. It's mostly calm. And the nice thing is I am expecting lots of sunshine here for your Thursday throughout your afternoon hours. Now, conditions will start to change beginning tomorrow. But your quick day part planner, 30s this morning, 58 by your lunchtime hour. High temperatures go to 64, so a pretty nice afternoon to be expected. I'll talk when you'll need that umbrella. Coming up next, good morning, Darby.
Good morning, Cheetah. Well, plenty to talk about this time around. I-10 the Baytown East Freeway outbound right past the San Jacinto River at Crosby-Lynchburg. Accident with an 18-wheeler, and at this point, looks like all lanes are blocked and you're only getting by on the left shoulder. Traffic's backing up to about Sheldon, so going outbound on the Baytown East Freeway is going to be a mess. More on that in a moment, but there is a stalled vehicle. Highway 290 inbound Huffmeister. You've yet to clear it. It's off in the distance here in the right lane, and this is backing up traffic towards Barker Cypress. So if you're coming in 290, it's 42 minutes now from the Grand Parkway to 610. Most of it's spent trying to get past Huffmeister. But look at the Baytown East Freeway as you head outbound. This is outbound traffic, 91 minutes from downtown out to the Grand Parkway. So once you get outside the tollway, it's just going to come to a halt right around Del, and you'll stay slow all the way out to past the San Jacinto River. Might want to use Highway 90, the Crosby Freeway, as an alternate route.
All right, Darby, thank you so much for that update. All right, let's talk about the flu right now. Some school districts are stepping up their response. Classrooms can be ground zero for spreading that virus.
Yeah, Brandy's talking about the flu this hour with us. She is back now to show us what some schools locally are doing about it. Brandy?
Hey guys, you know, we've heard that schools all over our area are dealing with sick kids, but we also heard that Cy-Fair is really going above and beyond, taking some extra measures. So we went to go check it out. The district has a team of staff coming in to disinfect all parts of the schools, from the floors to the ceilings. They focus on the so-called touch zones, like computers, lockers, desktops. All those spots are getting treated with microfiber and hospital-grade disinfectant. So I just wrapped up a quick chat with Delorian Alexander from UT Health. She's a family nurse practitioner, and here's her top tip to keep your kids safe from the flu.
Probably the first tip is to make sure you get your flu vaccine. A lot of people are kind of really nervous about getting it, but we definitely recommend anyone over the age of 6 months to get their flu vaccine. Other than that, making sure your kids try to wash their hands as much as possible. I know it's hard. Try to stay away from touching their face. Clean the countertops with disinfectant that you can get over the counter.
All right, and you no doubt have more questions. I have Delorian Alexander here with me now. We're going to jump on Facebook Live. So pop on over to our KHOU 11 News Facebook page. Jump on the live conversation. Ask away. Lisa, we're going to get those questions answered.
So many people have questions for her. Brandy, thank you so much. And a reminder, we do have information about where you can get free flu shots and more in our flu guide. Head on over to KHOU.com.
Breaking this morning, Houston police say one person has been shot during an FBI raid in northeast Houston. And right now we have Air 11 there flying over the scene. This is on Elbert near Lay and Homestead.
Let's head down to the ground. Stephanie Whitfield just arrived at that scene moments ago. She's live with what we are learning. Stephanie?
Guys, right now we're waiting on a public information officer from the FBI to get here, so there isn't a whole lot I can share with you right now, but take a look at this very active scene behind me. What I can tell you is investigators have been here for hours. An ambulance was called out to this location because of a shooting about 3 hours ago. Now Houston police and the FBI are here, and we don't know what federal investigators are doing on this residential street, but again, we can tell you that there's been a raid of some kind, and as soon as we get more information, we'll be sure to pass it along to you. Guys, back to you.
All right, Stephanie, keep us posted. Thank you very much. This morning, police want to know if two men shot each other or if maybe a third gunman is involved. Overnight, a man died in a parking lot on Narren. That's near Gessner and Bissonnet. Not far away from that, a second victim pulled up in a white SUV asking neighbors for help. Police say both men happen to live in the same Southwest Houston apartment complex. One man's behind bars after an overnight smash and grab at a pawn shop in Spring Branch. Police say that a group drove a stolen pickup right through the building there. They took off with jewelry and electronics. When police spotted the truck, the driver refused to pull over, but was arrested when he jumped out and ran. But the other thieves did get away. Nearly 5 years after a fertilizer plant exploded in the town of West Texas, the city will accept now a $10.4 million settlement. That money's coming from several companies that sold the chemical that was stored at the plant. 15 people died and 250 were hurt. Many of those who died were firefighters. In a little more than an hour this morning, President Trump will meet with British Prime Minister Theresa May at the World Economic Forum in Switzerland. He arrived there overnight. Before leaving Washington, he told reporters that he wants to give dreamers a path to U.S. citizenship. But it won't happen, the president says, without a deal to build a border wall. Come July, 4 former players will be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. They are Larry Chipper Jones, Vladimir Guerrero, Jim Thome, and Trevor Hoffman. Former Astros pitcher Roger Clemens, he received 57% of the vote from the baseball writers. You need 75% to get in. His vote, however, it's encouraging because it increased 3% from last year.
All right, coming up here on 6:37, should Texas lower the legal limit for drunk driving? We're getting your take on this issue this morning. Lowering that legal limit is exactly what a new report is urging U.S. lawmakers to do, and it's got a lot of you talking. Doug Deloney is here with more, and the reaction to the proposal is getting online. Doug.
That's right. You can let us know what you think in our live poll. We have this going right now. You can download the KHOU app or go to KHOU.com/vote now. Now, this new report comes from the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine. It asks lawmakers to lower the legal blood alcohol driving level for driving from 0.08 to 0.05. That lower limit is the legal limit for nearly every country in Europe and Australia, and they say they've seen a nearly 50% drop in deadly drunk driving crashes because of that. But how many drinks is that? Now, according to the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission, a woman weighing 160 pounds or less, she would reach that limit in just one drink. I've zoomed in here. You can see this first row. Maybe a drink and a half in an hour's period. Now, for a man on the chart, 160 pounds or less, he could have 2 drinks. That's when he would reach that limit before driving. Now, another big question that folks are asking is, would it actually make a difference? I want to show you some of the comments that were voted at the top of our Facebook page. Jay says, make it 0%. Getting behind the wheel after drinking should be illegal regardless. Gene says it will not change anything. The people who drink and drive at 0.08 will also do it at 0.05. David says, and this is the one that garnered a lot of response on our page, David says, why not just stop selling alcohol altogether and just start smoking weed? It's 100 times safer than any other drug or alcohol. Of course, that being his opinion. I don't know if cops agree if smoking and getting behind the wheel is a safe thing to do. There was an attorney that spoke to our station in Austin about this for Mothers Against Drunk Driving. And he said that the issue is if you drink even a part of a drink and get behind the wheel, if you're 0.02, you're impaired. Yeah. So it's not about the limit. It's just about drinking anything and then getting behind the wheel right after. So you have to keep that in mind, too.
And people who've lost loved ones to drunk drivers, of course, have no tolerance for this at all.
Sure.
So,
yep.
Yeah. All right, Doug, thank you very much.
Cheetah's here now. We're talking about a very cold morning out there. I was surprised to see up north, Cheetah, just how much below freezing they are.
I know, 20s. Exactly. That's pretty cold here. You need that big coat. 27 down in Conroe, 33 in Tomball, 36 in Sugar Land, 33 in Wharton. We are down to 30 degrees in Columbus, right at the freezing point in Brenham. So you can see areas north of town, northwest and northeast. Yeah, it's that freezing point or even below. In town, south of town, you're still in the 30s. So you're still going to need that big coat. Let me break down your Thursday, January 25th day part planner here. Lunchtime temperatures climb to the upper 50s. High temps go to 64. So this afternoon is nice, but I still think you'll notice kind of cool-ish temperatures. So we're cold this morning, but I would still keep a long sleeve for later today. Even though the satellite and radar picture says we are dry this morning, we'll stay dry later this afternoon. We are expecting some changes as we head into your Friday and Saturday forecast. Coming up, I'll walk it hour by hour on your future track, Darby. Some changes for the weekend.
All right, thank you, Cheetah. All right, let's get you out the door. 290 inbound Huffmeister. There is a disabled vehicle right as you make that curve to go towards Huffmeister. You can see with our Houston TransStar shot, all slow traffic, and then it just breaks free. You don't see any more taillights once you get past Huffmeister here. So I'm being told it's in the right lane, and traffic can get by on the left, but you're backed up solid to Barker Cypress, and it takes a good 15 to 20 minutes to make your way through the backup.